For the last 50 odd years we've predominantly supplied flues and chimney systems manufactured here in Dudley to the UK market. So the owners and the board of the business identified 16 months ago that they wanted to try and double the turnover of the business. I joined the company 16 months ago, very quickly came in and understood that it was a traditional manufacturing company, but in order for the business to try and grow, it needed something in place to control and to process the business through to gain efficiencies and be able to reach those levels within 3 years, which is the target of the business. We started looking around, and through a contact was introduced to JIT from Made Smarter. That really began the process in order of trying to get some contribution towards funding this particular project.
We had WMG come in to support the client, with Dennis Pelch leading the team. We started off with a requirements shop to actually analyse what their core requirements were.
We got engaged with Midtherm following an initial assessment by the Made Smarter team and went in to assess where the company is in terms of their use of digital technology, understand their vision for the future, their goals and ambitions. Looked around the factory, understood how they worked, what their current challenges were and what their needs are going forward. Put together a digital roadmap of a number of technologies that address their need for business systems and some other sort of automation on the shop floor that kind of would link to that, shop floor data collection amongst that as well, and some machine connectivity. So we had a sort of a stepwise approach to implementing digital capability that the company needed now and into the future.
We looked at the system from start to finish. They had something like 7 vendors in mind, which was, after the requirements spec, they were whittled down to 3, Microsoft Dynamics, SAP and Acumatica. And Acumatica were the vendors that were chosen. A on price, but B, they actually fitted, there was the good strategic fit with the processes that the company actually worked to.
Based on previous companies that I've worked at, I've had experience twice before of putting an ERP system and the level of control that that ERP system adds to the business. The problem I've experienced is A, selecting the correct ERP system provider, but also the vendor, because the business is, although set in its way and traditional, works well and has worked well for a number of years. So we don't really want to bend or adjust the business to try and meet somebody else's system. So that was key in terms of our selection criteria.
What we do is provide 1 or 2 days of support to help Midtherm set up the project for success. So there's some particular things we do in terms of defining the project, providing control documents they can use throughout the implementation, and mentoring a project manager. But what Midtherm did is looked at their people and said, right, well, you know, this is an opportunity for someone with future leadership potential to really understand the business and take some responsibility early in their life. And Tom was an ideal candidate.
Dennis's mentoring has been, especially at the start of the process, was invaluable. It gave me a good sort of platform to jump off from in terms of considering project management tools that would be beneficial to ensure the project runs smoothly, on time, on budget, all that sort of thing.
We helped in conjunction with WMG to populate a grant application to receive £20,000 match funded in a grant, which was successful, and Midtherm are on their way of implementing the system now. They have the proper stage gates, and with the intervention of Made Smarter, we've alleviated the risk for the client, and it's a fit for purpose system that's been chosen for the client and got a satisfied client. Please register on our website. It's Made Smarter West Midlands, and once you've registered, we operate West Midlands wide, and whichever part of the region in the Midlands you are, that DTS will get in touch with yourselves, usually within 7 days.